Hola.
Hola.
Buen camino. Look at her, little 8-year-old girl over here. Hola.
I'm 16.
Please, 18.
I'm 18.
Okay, gray beard.
If
going
anyone
to jail,
asks,
anything,
oh,
okay?
gotcha. Yeah, if anyone asks, 18.
Hey, how are you doing? So edit, delete, whatever.
Having fun.
Yeah, so been a couple days since we had an update. Lots has happened. So as you know, if you've been following along, we started in Lisbon, and then we walked a little bit in Lisbon. We went to Porto. We took a train to Porto, and the train to Porto was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was absolutely beautiful. So we started to walk from Porto, and we literally walked in a huge circle and ended up right back where we started again. And that was daunting because we were walking the literal way, and which is right on the coast, right on the water. You're walking on the boardwalk where all the sand and the wind and the surf, which was absolutely stunningly beautiful, but at the same time beat us up.
Yeah.
I got, I don't know, sand or something in my eyes to the point where it was painful to even see. So we kind of went inland a little bit, and somehow ended up right back where we started. So
Right.
After walking for literally 2 days and finding we were right back where we started, we decided to hop a bus and take us up to Valença, which is in Portugal, but it's on the border, basically really close to the border. Well, we got on a different bus and ended up in Vigo, which was actually across the border from Spain, so from Portugal. So we were actually arrived in Spain, not by walking across the bridge, but in fact by bus. So
I'm glad we did, though.
yeah, it was great.
Looking back,
It was good. It
I
was-
really thought, and even told Jason this, I wanted to walk across the bridge from Portugal to Spain. I'm glad we did what we did.
Yeah.
First of all, we met incredible people, and
shout out to
Ariana.
Ariana, and then we met in our little John. We also met Luca.
Luca and Johanna.
So we met some incredible
It's been
people along
great.
the way. It's been a really, really, really good
It's been
experience.
great.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about Vigo and what happened from there in our adventure?
Vigo was amazing. We got there late, and of course we wanted pizza immediately. Before we even knew where we wanted to stay, we wanted pizza. So we found pizza and we walked around for a while. But that's where we found our first fountain.
And we did, yeah. So
Found our first fountain.
So we probably walked about maybe 15, 20 kilometers, something like this, between Lisbon and Portugal, maybe a little more than that. And but there were no fountains anywhere. And the ones that we saw looked like they may have been fountains were dry rotted and deteriorated and non-functioning. There was no water coming out of them. It looked like they had been disassembled quite a few years ago. Quite a few. Like, we're not talking about U.S. quite a few standards. We're talking about like 100 years ago it was disabled.
And one of the highlights of his Camino in 2017 were the fountains.
Love
so
the
I have
fountains.
heard about the fountains. I was looking forward to the fountains. So what a disappointment when we found the ones that were not working in Portugal. But when we came across that first one, about 9 o'clock?
It was magical. It was incredible. And I kept, I talk about this for years, is that the water here, it literally, there's fountains everywhere. And you just put your water bottle up there and you drink it and you're good.
Makes no sense to an American, but it works.
And
It's amazing.
Fresh and
Cold
clean
and cold. It's insane.
coming right out of
insane.
Mother Earth,
Yeah.
and it is absolutely beautiful. So you got to experience your first.
Oh,
fountain.
it was incredible. Filled up the water bottle, did a little jump, a little dance,
Yeah.
a fountain dance.
And we've seen several since then. It's been incredible. I have pictures of them, and we'll be eventually posting all those as well. But it's just incredible. Really love coming across the fountains. Also, got to see. So when we were walking in Portugal and we were walking from Porto through the coastal route, there were some markings, but they weren't consistent, and they were scattered.
Therefore, we did circles a few times in Portugal, as he mentioned.
So when we got here, we got to see our first Spanish Galician monument, the statue, if you will, of the Camino, which tells you how many kilometers you are away, and so on and so forth. Phenomenal. It was exciting, and now walking,
I get it.
You get to see.
I get it.
You know, sometimes you're walking 50 feet seeing another monument, but sometimes you're walking for an hour and you don't see one at all. But the idea is you just trust the way. Yeah. If you're walking this way and there's no monument, you just keep walking. And eventually you'll see one, and truly it comes down to all roads lead to Santiago. Yeah. So super excited about that.
Portugal was beautiful. Porto, I loved, and of course the Atlantic Ocean gave so much. We met wonderful people. Spain is a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's really
gorgeous.
It feels more like you're welcome, like you're welcomed home when you arrive here.
Yeah.
In Portugal, there weren't many people like helping here, no matter where you go.
It's
They're like,
crazy.
hey, you know, the road, the Camino is that way, or, you know, are you okay, or can I help you, or they're just so wonderfully nice here. It's incredible.
We've had people literally stop in the middle of the road to make sure we knew where we were going, and we were on the trail.
We were on the way.
On the trail.
But I stop at every marker and take a picture of it. So I would stop at crossroads, and I'd be there, you know, pull my camera out, and of course we get out of the way of traffic. And they would just stop traffic completely. Go, are you okay? The Camino that way.
The Camino's that way.
And we're like, yeah, we get it. I'm just taking a picture, you know. So
it was awesome.
It was fun.
And then we have to tell the story. So I love flowers.
Oh yes.
You know the story. So I love flowers. We see wisteria. We see calla lilies or canna lilies. I don't remember which one anymore. It was just too exciting. Anyway,
calico cats. Or
exactly.
Whatever.
We saw a bunch of those too, and some dogs that were precious. But of course, I have to go smell, and if I go smell them, and then I see the Atlantic Ocean, it was a great picture. So Jason, being as wonderful as he is, comes over to take the picture for me. We both get in this horrible.
No. I go to take the picture. And
this is true.
I get closer to the wall so I can take a picture. So it's beautiful.
That's right. It is beautiful.
And there's this plant that and
it was pretty
brushed against.
Pretty purple flower.
Barely brushed against. And it literally felt like a searing knife just cutting into my flesh. Not just a little. Like where your flesh would fillet open and just burn. And I say to her, hey, be careful, that plant, it bites. So what does she do?
I gotta feel it.
Walked right it, put her finger up to it.
I thought surely he can't be talking about this beautiful purple.
Yeah.
Holy hell. It touched me on my leg, and I have base layer on. I got base layer on. And it hurt, and we paid the price.
And for 2 days, we're still feeling the sting. It feels like a jellyfish thing. It's crazy.
You even said yesterday it felt like we should just cut our legs off.
I know.
It was bad.
It really stung really bad. And stayed with us for days.
Oh, yeah.
So
crazy.
This is our second day after that, and it's better today, but you still know it's there. So
we chalk it up to a jellyfish sting.
Yeah,
they think,
it's a scary plant. So
nobody peed on anybody, by the way.
Yeah. We stay away from. If you're a diver, you understand.
You get it,
that.
yeah.
If you're not, you're grossing out right now and vomiting in a bucket. But anyway.
No, and if you know me, you understand.
So yeah, I stay away from all plants now. She still randomly wanders into places. Today, she's wanting to
go to the potty.
That's a good way of saying it. I was going to say evacuate bodily fluids along the side of the road, but whatever. And she's like, takes off her pack. I'm like, what is your plan exactly?
Plus, there's two people on the side of the road watching.
I'm going to go up there. I'm like, where Death Plant is? And she's like, oh my God, you're right.
There was a whole pasture of them. I couldn't believe it. And I was looking at the fountain. It was so beautiful. And I was focusing on the two people sitting on the side of the road that were going to actually watch me go to the bathroom. But I had to go.
Yeah. Well, we angled her so she wouldn't
You did,
watched,
yeah. Right behind a big tree.
Goodness,
I was going to walk right into them. It would have been a full body jellyfish sting. Death plant sting. So he saved my life today.
So that was pretty scary. So yeah, that's kind of.
We made it to Arcade.
Yeah, we're in Arcade
the city of
now,
Arcade.
and there is the Castillo de Santiago, which is a 12th century military outpost.
So neat.
Also a summer home to the noble.
Yeah.
Which has now been converted into a destination wedding place.
Exciting.
So,
how exciting for you.
So that's where we are right now in Arcade, and we're going to be spending the evening here, getting up early in the morning, and if you know us at all, early in the morning means sometime between 9 and 10.
Exactly, yeah.
And we'll head out to Ponta Virda, or Ponta Virida, something like that.
Something.
It's in that ballpark, and we're heading that direction tomorrow morning. And so
we've been told we have to get out at 9 o'clock.
We're on a curfew there.
It was so funny.
But then we leave, and then you got to have, of course, an hour for coffee in the morning
and pastry, which we'll probably come back here.
And we found this incredible place here, Acuna.
Took care of that problem today.
Yeah, Acuna. This is Acuna. Says all you need is pan, bread, biscuits, cake, and some cupcakes too.
And we had all those tonight.
And we had all of those.
So we're gonna be able to fly back to the albergue instead of walk.
So that's a wrap up. I guess.
Yeah, we're waiting for the pizza place to open, and they don't open until 8 p.m. So y'all get us for a little bit. But thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for joining on the way, and we'll update as often as we can. We're trying to cut the days down a little earlier so we have a little more energy and not having to wake people up to make a video for you. So
we have the Atlantic at our back now, right?
It's actually just over here to our left.
Yeah,
we still haven't left.
It went away. We found a beautiful bridge, which you'll see us post.
We went up and over this incredible, huge mountain. Literally,
amazing.
Now, I walked the Camino in 2017, and it was uphill the entire way. And that was coming from the north to the south. Here we are coming from the south to the north, and somehow it's uphill the entire way. So, but we went away from the ocean, crested a big mountain, came back down the mountain, and now on the other side of the mountain we're seeing the Atlantic Ocean again.
I'm so glad, because we were told that was going to be it yesterday. So what a beautiful sight as always.
I think
we love our water.
Off and on up into Ponta Virda.
Yeah, we love our water.
But so it'll be really interesting. Like right now, it's probably 300 yards from us, and it's there was water. So
it's 60-something degrees today in Spain.
Oh yeah, 62 degrees
gorgeous.
Fahrenheit in Spain, so it's great, gorgeous day, sunny and bright.
We
expect rain every day, and we've had just a hint of rain one day. It's been very blessed. So
yeah.
All right, wrap it up.
Yay.
Love you guys. Thanks so much for joining us, and buen camino.
Buen camino.
All right, it is day one. Actually, it's day like 46 or something like that, you could tell. But it's day one of the Camino Primitivo. So looking forward to sharing some stories along the road from the Camino Primitivo. I am in Oviedo, Spain right now. I think that's the way you say it. And getting ready to head out. I'm going to go over to the cathedral, get my first stamp. I'll talk to you soon. So here I am at the cathedral in the city center of Oviedo, and I am beginning the Camino Primitivo, which is, I am under the impression, the original Camino. I am not aware of this, so I'll have to learn more as I walk. But over here is a beautiful fountain. Not working right now, which I don't understand that, but and then up here is a message sent for Camino pilgrims. And if you look over here, the different buildings that are centered around the city center. And it is absolutely breathtaking. So here I go. Buen camino. Okay, it's still day one. It's about two and a half hours later, and got completely lost. Found two incredible cathedrals, and no signs though for the Camino for the longest time. Then I turned the corner, and sure enough, let's see if you can see this. I don't know. Here, let me help this camera a little bit. There you go. There you go. See that? I finally found it. So, I'm on the right path. But in the meantime, I found that place over there, and I'm going to have me a cappuccino. So, first cappuccino, then buen camino. Hi there. Still day one. I'm walking along this absolutely amazing trail, and it is well marked. Once you get out of the city to the edge of the city, it's beautifully marked and it's gorgeous. But I'm taking a minute here to share with you this incredible view. Look how absolutely stunning and amazing this view is. I mean, truly, just phenomenal. So this is the way I have spoken. Nah, just kidding. If you're a Star Wars fan, you get that. Anyway, just wanted to give you a quick update while I was here, looking at this gorgeous scenery on this beautiful trail. Buen camino. I just thought I'd add, I have no idea where I am, but I do know where I'm going, as the Camino provides. The way is well marked, so if you're thinking of, hang on a second, trying to get this thing to flip around. If you're thinking of walking the way, as you walk, there are lots of indicators as to which to go. Now, when you're on a path, you'll see no signs for a while. But when there is a diversion in the path, there is always a way. There's always a marker. And here, these wonderful people have the marker and also put a nice sign there for you. You're all set. Look at this incredible view. Got some guests down there. And Oviedo behind me. Okay, so I made it. Where? I'm not quite sure, but I made it. I found a great little pension and restaurant called El Tejon de Fernando. see the sign right there. It's a beautiful location. Lots of great people. And this is where we're turning for the night. So we will update on the Camino and the day 2 starting tomorrow. So hope you have a blessed day, and thanks for following along just to see a little bit of what it's like to walk the Camino Primitivo. And I'll look forward to talking with you again tomorrow. Buen Camino. Well, good morning. Here we are, day 2 of our Camino Primitivo. And I'm just getting ready to walk out the albergue. It's about 9 o'clock this morning. It is an absolutely phenomenally gorgeous day. They are calling for about a 50% chance of rain today, so it should make it a little exciting. Before I head out of this incredible restaurant slash albergue that you can see behind me, yeah. Let's take a look at the surroundings once again. The little cowbell you hear over there is that gentleman. He is waking us up to some wonderful bells this morning. Of course, we got some good pinchos and great stuff last night for dinner. And this is the view from the restaurant and the albergue. So off we go today. I actually don't know where I'm going today. I'm just going to keep walking till I get there. I am in the city, starting in the city of, I believe it's Pescalero. It is Escampalero, Escampalero, Escampalero. That's where we're starting. And I'll let you know where we end up. We'll talk to you soon. Buen Camino. You make a lot of friends along the Camino. Some are more unexpected than others. Check out these beauties right here. How wonderful. What a blessing it is to be connected into nature. So it's Sunday, and as I'm walking, there is a house that has speakers outside, and they're playing gospel music, local church, and it's pretty phenomenal. They have speakers outside their house so that as the pilgrims walk by, they get a little spiritual. So to give you some idea of the isolation on this Primitivo Camino, I've been walking for about a half an hour, and that's the way forward, and that's behind me, and I have not seen another living soul, human or anything like that. No other pilgrims. I saw one pilgrim today in the very beginning, but haven't seen any pilgrims since, so it's pretty great. Well marked, and lots of beauty and nature. Sometimes the road is wide. Sometimes the path is narrow. But there are always signs, and you will always find your way. The road may have many paths. This is the way. I have spoken. Hey there, it's still day 2, and I have parked myself at a beautiful albergue. It's a short day today. I only did about 7 kilometers, maybe about 4.5, 5 miles, something like that. Short day today, a longer day tomorrow, so I figured I'd rest early. I would get some good dinner and great hot shower. Oh, I feel so much better about that. And, you know, just try to get things going again. But I want to share with you this beautiful albergue right here. It is Palentina, Villa Palatina and Villa Palatina Bar. Great albergue in Paladin. So it's Palatina is the name of the albergue and the bar. Paladin is the name of the city. So take a look at this. So that over there is the albergue. It's beautiful, and it has this gorgeous running brook river right beside it. I'm going to walk you across the street here so you can see the other side. Absolutely phenomenal place. Just gorgeous. And from the albergue, you can actually hear the brook, because the rooms are on the sides of the albergue. You can actually hear the river running through, and it is just phenomenal. So I highly recommend if you're leaving Oviedo, hang on a second, and if you're leaving Oviedo and sun is going to set tonight and the clouds are coming in, so I think it'll be a nice night tonight, nice and warm. Today was about 78 degrees, which I'm thinking is around 20 something Celsius, 25 Celsius, something like that, maybe 24. Anyway, it's gonna be a beautiful night tonight. Windows open, listening to the brook run by, and here, let me show you the path. So this is the way. You're coming down the hill, and you come upon the Villa Palatina snack bar and albergue. So good stuff. Walking down here, it's just a gorgeous place, beautiful setting, and these are the neighbors. And of course, we have a really nice restaurant here as well as a beautiful albergue, great rooms. So you see that big white tent over there? That is the restaurant. And we are in Paladin, as I mentioned. So if you're walking from Oviedo and you spend the night in Compostela, if you want to just walk another 6 or 7 kilometers after that, you'll end up at this incredible place, and I know you'll enjoy that. So that's my report. Day 2 wrapped up early, and we'll pick it up tomorrow with day 3 on the Camino Primitivo. Buen Camino. Okay, I am still in day 2, and I know I was kind of wrapping it up earlier, but I've got to tell you, I came here for dinner, and I had an amazing lunch here, and then I'm having dinner now, and I got to tell you, voted the best hamburger in the entire area, the entire region, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Oh my Lord, is that an amazing hamburger or what? I mean, it's got great fresh bread, cheese, egg. It's drippy, delicious gorgeousness. This is, again, voted the best hamburger in all of the area in Andalusia. So this is the place. If you want a good burger, you've got to stop here. I'll talk to you soon. Buen Camino. Buenos dias and buen camino. Day 4 of the Camino Primitivo, and I am in Grotto, as you know from the previous videos. So I started off today, of course, in Paladin because I messed up and took somebody's keys. That was bad, but it turned out to be a blessing and great that I was able to go spend another night at the Villa Palatina, and they were wonderful, of course. And I am starting this recording again from Grado, and I will continue to walk until I get tired. I'll show you some sights along the way. Right now it is a city, as I showed you in the beginning. It's just a city, it's busy, and it's nice, friendly people, wonderful people, but personally, I'm ready to get back onto the wilderness and the nature part of this this hike, the primitive part of the Primitivo. So check in with you in a little bit. Day 4, Camino Primitivo, buen camino. So this is a great example of the Camino. This is where I've been. You can see the town of Grado just down the hill, and this is where I'm going. It is beautiful and peaceful, and nature is in abundance. Welcome to the Camino. So this is a very familiar sound on the Camino, the tick, tick, tick of the walking sticks. And I remember in 2017 coming out of Saria and hearing hundreds upon hundreds of tick, 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 tick with the walking sticks. So when I decided to do the Camino again, I got a rubber tip for the end of mine because the tick, tick, tick can make you crazy. Buen camino. Oh, let me show you the view. It's absolutely phenomenal. Here we are. Again, we're just a few kilometers outside of Grado, and it is absolutely stunning. This view is incredible. I was on a dirt path for quite some time, and now we're on a paved road, and it is, like I say, stunningly beautiful. If you're thinking of walking the Camino, I highly suggest the French way if you don't want to be lonely and you want to meet hundreds upon hundreds of pilgrims, and if you are more into just a little bit more solitude, then I recommend the Primitivo. And you'll still see pilgrims, but not hundreds upon hundreds. I'm lucky to see maybe 10 to 20 pilgrims a day. So, buen camino. So one of the lessons I learned from my last Camino is to take a little note of some of the cities that you're going through, or the villages. This is El Cascale, and I think it's such a beautiful place that I thought it's one of those that I want to remember. And you go through a lot of little villages, and most of the time you don't really know you're going into the village that you're going to love until you've gone out of it. So in the next little clip, I'll show you how to remember the city you just left. Buen camino. Okay, so earlier I was telling you, if you really think you're going to like a village, it's definitely great to take a picture of the name of the village. This is San Marcello, I think. Anyway, this is a little village I just came out of. So as you're coming into the village, you're going to see this sign. And as you're leaving the village, you'll see the sign with the red marker through it. That means you're leaving the village. So if you walk through a village and you decide you absolutely loved it and you don't want to forget the name, you can always take a picture of the exit sign, the one that's letting you know you're leaving the village. So just wanted to share a little tidbit with you along the Camino Primitivo. Day 4, still, Buen Camino. So I found this really cool little place. Can't even describe how awesome it is. The people here were terrific, wonderful. Let me rest and charge my phone and did all that sort of stuff. And gracias. I just thought I'd share it with you because it's really a cool place. Let's see here. Take a look at this. This place is just so cool to hang out in. And they make it very comfortable. And serve coffee, of course, and drinks and water and a little tapas or pinchos, if you will. And this place, coming outside here so you can see what it's called. It is called, I won't even try to pronounce it, but that's the name of it right there. Very cool little place. So if you're walking the Camino Primitivo, please stop by this place. Patronize them. They are good people, and you can get comfortable in there. You might even accidentally fall asleep. So I'm in Doriga. That's where this is, and we came from that way. Beautiful church, and just beyond is this wonderful little place to hang out. And of course, this is the way. I have spoken. Buen Camino. Day 4. Still working on it. So, this is an extra good day and an extra long day for me. Kind of walking in the middle of nowhere. It's beautiful. Getting ready to go under those canopies. This is still day 4. It's an extra long day for me. Normally I don't walk very late. I usually start around 10 and try to finish up around, oh, I don't know, 3 or so, 2 or 3. I started this morning, probably about 9, and it is almost, I think it's 5, a little after 5 p.m. here. So I've been walking a lot today, a lot of hills. This stage after Grotto is very hilly, lots of steep hills. So take your time, be patient. Remember, you've got the time. It's not about making it to Santiago, it's about making your journey a safe one. You'll be glad you did, trust me. Take your time going up hills and take your time going down hills. Down hills are steep. Now, after the little city I just talked about, that is a very treacherous path. So again, sure-footed. Make sure you take your time. Protect your ankles. It's very steep, very rocky, and always have at least one walking stick with you. I do have 2, but I only use 1. I had 2 because my lady who's here, she had 1, and I had 1. I just kept them when she left. So, yeah, protect yourself, protect your ankles, tread carefully, watch your feet, and buen camino. I'll catch up with you at the next stop. Hey there! So, day 4, and a valuable lesson I just learned. So this Camino is incredibly well marked. I mean, incredibly well marked. And So I'm by a highway right now, which is part of the point of this conversation. So I'm going to give you an example. So this is the marker right in front of me. You'll notice that the shell is, they call it pointing down, but in actuality it's pointing up. All roads lead to Santiago. So this is the way where you should be walking. You should be walking towards the center of the shell. So as you're walking, just before you get to La Rodriga, just before you get there, there is a marker. It's on the side of the road. You're literally crossing this highway or this busy road right where there's a path. Once you cross the road, you can go forward or you can go right alongside the road. The marker is not very clear which way to go. So the answer is walk alongside the road, because I walked deep in the path the wrong way, and it's the first time I've ever questioned, like, is this the right way? I'm not sure. It just wasn't very well marked. There was a marker and the shell was pointing the right direction, but the way it was positioned, it could have been either direction. And I chose the wrong one the first time. So when you're approaching La Rodriga, you're coming down the mountain. It's a treacherous mountain. And when you cross the road, you're going to want to stay on the trail that runs alongside of the road. And that is the way. I have spoken. Buen camino. So, not too far out of La Rodriga, you're going to turn a corner. Again, you're still walking on the highway there. You're going to turn a corner and you're going to come into Colonella, I think it is. Clearly I did no research on this before I started it. You're going to come into Colonella, and this is the amazing view you get as you're walking across this incredible bridge of this beautiful river. And I don't know if you can see or not. I'm going to point the best of my ability. But way over there on the left bank of the river, you'll see some peregrinos over there standing in the water, enjoying it. My understanding is that this has amazing fishing. I read a little something on the way in the park that there's tons of fishing going on there, so maybe the peregrinos are catching their dinner. I don't know. But I'm just telling you, it is fantastic and phenomenal. This is the bridge you're crossing. You can see the river goes over there. It actually splits to two sides, on that side and on this side, and then it comes together around that bank. It absolutely is phenomenal, beautiful, and I just wanted to share because this is what the Camino is all about. The beauty and the nature of it all. Bless you. Day 4 continues. Buen Camino. All right. Well, I am wrapped up for the day. Came in through Colonella and found this incredible cathedral church. Not actually sure if it's functional or operational. I did hear the bells ring around 7 o'clock. So that was beautiful. But it kind of looks abandoned. But what's really cool is this over here, which at one point used to be like dorms or a monastery, is now, has parts of it have been converted into an albergue. So the cars here are because there is a crafting group inside the albergue doing some crafts and stuff. But I'm staying here tonight. It is absolutely beautiful and great. Just on the outside edge of Colonella. And earlier I was telling you that you know, got a little misplaced on the Camino. The marking wasn't super clear. That was right before La Rodriga. And I want to tell you though, that don't worry about it. Like, if you get lost, don't stress, because they say all roads lead to Santiago, and that is true. You'll find your way. But the best part is the people here. If you're going the wrong way, when you run across somebody, they will clearly tell you you're going the wrong way. They make no qualms about it. They know you are a pilgrim. Now, a lot of times, I've been doing this for a while, so people are like, how do they know you're a pilgrim? Well, the way of St. James is the shell. And so you'll see the shell everywhere as you walk. That's your markers, if you will, the guide to guide you along the path, along the way. But pilgrims also wear shells. So if you're thinking of walking any Camino in Spain, the Camino de Santiago, and that can be the French way, it could be the Madrid way, it could be the Seville, it could be the one that I'm taking, the Primitiva, the Del Norte, it doesn't matter. The markings are always marked by a shell. So pilgrims wear shells. So I actually have two. I have one on my backpack and one that, it's not letting me show it here. One that I carry on my mini pack. So this mini pack, as I'm walking forward, people see a shell and they know I'm a pilgrim. And of course the one on my back as well. So don't stress if you think you're going the wrong way. Trust it. Follow the signs. Look for the signs. There are always signs, and you will find your way. So this is where I'm at now. As I said, you're going to see the markings of the shell everywhere. So this is where I'm at now. I walked from Grado today at the very bottom here. I walked from there to here, Coronella, and I am here now. Now, most pilgrims walk the full route. They go all the way to there. That's not me. I like taking my time and doing things easy. But I thought I'd give you a little overview of where I'm going tomorrow. And I will more than likely go all the way to De Salas. But if I don't, I might stop in Quintana or Cazornia. I'm not sure yet. I haven't figured it out. If you know anything about me, you know I walk until I'm tired and then I stop. So looking forward to telling you more on day 5 tomorrow. And until then, buen camino. Buen Camino, pilgrims. Here's Jason again, checking in. Day 6. This is the actual day 6. I am just outside of Salas. And this is the beautiful trail you get. If you listen carefully, you can hear the water running over beautiful waterfalls as you take this trail. It is absolutely stunning. I really hope that you take your time and really enjoy the peace of this trail. It's so incredible. The water features, of course, I've shown you a lot of those, and you'll see a lot more of those on our Instagram. If you search 50 Adventures Over 50, you'll see the title of World Traveler. You'll see our Instagram stuff there, where I'm posting a lot more of the little short video type stuff. More clips, more pictures there versus the talking videos type thing. So it sounds like there's some pilgrims coming up behind me, and we'll check on them here right now. Sure enough, got ourselves a pilgrim coming up. So I encourage you to just keep walking one step in front of the other. You're going to be okay. And enjoy this beautiful, beautiful walk. Buen camino. Talk soon. And something I haven't talked about much is the absolute beautiful flowers that are growing not only in people's gardens, but out here in the wild. Just some gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. If you're a wisteria fan, you're going to love this walk. Lots of those back behind me, and I have no idea what's ahead of me. So incredible though. A very good lesson on the Camino is obstacles are only what you see when you're not clearly focused on your goals. So remember, this is about the journey. You can overcome any obstacle. As you can see by the trees bustling in the wind, when you walk around the corner and see this, is just absolutely phenomenal. It's like nature has cut its own diamonds to sparkle just for us. It's fascinating and beautiful. As you can see, this is a mountainous hike for those preparing for the Primitivo. Know this is what you're climbing. This is what you're getting yourself into. And I can tell you right here and right now, it is truly worth it. Though, I will tell you, it's an old song we used to sing when we were traveling with my mom. We'd be traveling all over the East Coast, and there's a song about the bear, how he climbed a mountain, and what do you think he saw? He saw another mountain, he saw another mountain, he saw another mountain. So what do you think he did? He climbed another mountain. He climbed another mountain. He climbed another mountain. And what do you think he saw? Buen camino. And what do you think he saw? Yup. He saw another mountain. He saw another. Here we go, kids. Buen camino. But no, it's well worth it. Where we come from and where we're going to. He climbed another mountain. Hey, good morning. This is day 7, which is actually a continuation of day 6. So I made it into the town of La Espina and damaged my foot pretty good coming down the hill yesterday. Slid over a rock. It was a little bit of a wet rock. I'm very careful about placement of my feet. I've been telling you that it's very important to place your feet correctly. The rock rolled, and it pinched my heel between another rock, so it was not good. I ended up making it fine. I was okay, and took time last night, rested, and it is pretty swollen today, so I'm going to get that checked out. Today is going to end up being a rest day. I'm not sure what this little town has to offer, so I may be taking a cab till Tino, I think is my next stop. And but I thought I'd give you a quick tour of the albergue that I'm at, which is a nice little place. It's really, really good. If you want to follow them on Facebook or Instagram, you can check out that scan code right there. Very nice little place. Pretty comfortable. They basically gave me a key to the front door and a key to a locker. And as I walk, the lights come on. It has a washer and dryer, sink, coffee maker, and a microwave. Not a ton of stuff going on there, but it works very well. Nice basics. They do have a shower rack to dry. It is indoors, so it doesn't get the wind, which always helps. Little shower and sink area. That's pretty basic stuff. And a toilet area as well. This is a big room here. This one holds, I believe, 10. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. Sorry, this holds 8. And it has its own shower and toilet and sink. So it's very nice. Over here, this one, that shower, toilet, and sink goes to this room, which also holds 8. And like I say, the key gave you a little key to the locker there, so you're kind of good to go there. So it's really nice, very quiet. If, like me, you're trying to avoid the big towns and really enjoy the quiet villages, then this is a place that I would definitely recommend. I did enjoy it here last night. The lady who runs it was very nice. Set me up well. Got me, whoops, hello, lost me. There you go. Got me all set up right. And took care of me. So, I'll just say enjoy the way. And if you get a little curveball, like a blister or a sore foot or something like that, take the time, take care of it, and then continue on your way. I'm going to be recording you from outside here in just a quick second, so stay tuned for that. So this is the albergue from the outside, Casa Aladino. And like I say, it's a really cute little place. This is the town. It's off a pretty busy road. Actually, there is only one road. If you look all the way down there, that's the end of the town. That's pretty much the whole town in a nutshell. I did, however, last night spend an enormous amount of time at this El Rincon Vein, which is a little bar restaurant. And I gotta tell you, it was cool. Nicest people. If you look across the street, there's a little tent there. That's actually their outdoor table. And this is their restaurant. And I really, really enjoyed it. I highly recommend you come by and check it out. Hola and buen camino. Jason Ass here on the Camino Primitivo. And taking an injury time out. I hurt my foot yesterday going down a rock, slid a little bit, damaged it, told you that before. So I got to Atieno, I think it's how you pronounce it, and I'm at this great hotel. I want to share it with you. This is the first floor, and the dining area down below, just gorgeous. But this is the view. When you come out of my room, you've got these gorgeous columns. Beautiful, beautiful place. Palacio Marasa, I think it is the name of it. Gorgeous glass ceilings. Just absolutely beautiful place. So I am off to a pharmacia or a clinic to see what they can do about my foot. Hopefully we can wrap it, bandage it, do something fun like that. I can begin walking again mañana. So this is day 7. Going to be a complete rest day and heal day. And I'll update you a little bit later on and upload this bad boy. In the meantime, don't let anything set you back. Might slow you down a little bit, but remember, my mother always used to tell me, remember this, nothing is impossible. Impossible just takes a little longer sometimes. So when things happen, you just adapt and correct and continue. Talk to you soon. Buen camino. So this is a cool little town. I'm going to show you more of the downtown later, but I thought I would just show you this quick view and talk to you a minute about the countryside here and the town and some things you can look forward to. So I do recommend staying at the smaller towns because they have been hit hard by COVID, and a lot of the places are for sale. A lot of places shut down. There's still albergues open, but restaurants, things like that, they're not as many as there used to be, let's just say that. One thing I wanted to tell you about, though, is pharmacies and clinics. They are plentiful, so you will not have to worry. If you do get injured, there's plenty of places to go. Funny, the place I was at this morning, it was closed due to death. Seriously, that's what it said on the sign. I guess the owner of the place had a death in the family, I found out, and they were doing a funeral and things like this. So that's why I was not able to get fixed up in the last city. But this place is just absolutely gorgeous here as well. You're going to find that all of the towns you're in, you're going to fall in love with a little bit of them because they're just so cool. Look at this view. It's just incredible, is it not? All right, I'll catch up with you in a bit. In the meantime, buen camino, day 7. Hola and buen camino. Back here, just to kind of give you a little bit of what the city center looks like. I'll give you that real quick. So this is the city center. You can see over here that little plus sign. That's a pharmacia. Pharmacy, you can pretty much get everything you need taken care of. I've gone in there and gotten Advil. I've gotten stuff for my feet. I've gotten things for I actually got a water pill because I was retaining water for a bit. Just good stuff. So they pretty much take care of you there, kind of like a little mini clinic. If you need help, in addition to that, they'll send you to the clinic. Down there at the very end of the street there is the police. You can see the beautiful countryside on the other side there. And this is pretty much the city right here, the town, downtown. So this is Tieno. And I was telling you about the hotel I was out. Little break. That's the hotel. The Palacio de Maras. And beautiful place. So if you're coming into town, but there's plenty of albergues. There's actually an albergue right down there, right across the way over there. Down here is Saderia El Refugio. That's a nice little restaurant, bar, and albergue. And there's another albergue over there that kind of, I'm terrible with colors, so I'm going to say that's a mustardy kind of color. So lots of albergues available to you, and a very nice hotel if you choose to do that. So that's Tieno, and that's it for the day. I'm gonna wrap up. I'll upload this in a wee bit, and until then, until day 8 tomorrow, buen camino.